Thanks for joining us today, and I'm Samantha from Visit Lincoln, and we're going to speak to Gerry Myton from Streets, who's kindly joined us to discuss the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. So this is a scheme to support the food and drink businesses of England. The scheme has been set up to encourage people to go back out and spend money, basically, help the economy get us going. The scheme runs until 31st of August this year, and you can basically get 50% off food and non-alcoholic drinks, up to a maximum of £10 per person to eat in, not to take away, just to eat in, and that's on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. The discount should be automatically taken off your bill when you come to receive the bill at any participating establishment. And just to make sure that that is participating establishment, don't go everywhere thinking you can just use it. You have to check that your said chosen place wants to take part in this. And all diners in a group of any size can make use of this discount. So Gerry is going to very kindly tell us, if you are an establishment that would like to take part, how would you go about this, and what does that mean, and is it very complicated to take part in this?
Okay, thank you, Samantha. I think in broad terms, it's not complicated at all. It's a good measure that has been put in place by the government. You register through your government gateway account, and you use your government gateway account to make your claims. Today, 7th of August, is the first day you can make a claim, and HMRC will pay those claims within 5 working days, and they will pay claims made up to the 30th of September for the scheme as it operates to the 31st of August. Now, it applies to, as you said earlier, establishments like restaurants, cafes, public houses that serve food, hotel restaurants, restaurants and cafes, members clubs with dining facilities, workplaces, school canteens, that sort of establishment it applies to. What it doesn't apply to is to take away only facilities. It doesn't apply to, say, a wedding situation whereby you pay a fixed amount per customer. It doesn't apply to things like if it was a sports event and you had catering at the sports event. So any event like that doesn't qualify. It doesn't, as you said earlier, doesn't apply to alcoholic drinks, nor does it apply to service charges levied by an establishment, whether discretionary or not.
Okay, that's quite straightforward and simple then. So each business, they can go on the government website, do they? Or do they register their interest in taking part in this, and then everything else is done? It's quite a simple process for them.
It's a very simple process through the government gateway account. You do the registration. You can't offer the discount until you're registered. So the registration process had opened during July. It's still open, available to people who have missed the beginning of this week. But go register now, take advantage of it, improve footfall, make your claim through your government gateway account, and basically avail of it. I mean, the hope is, and the expectation from the government is, increased footfall. It supports businesses and protects jobs. And it is a very good initiative that business should get on board with. I mean, you would hope that the government, will look to extend it maybe to the end of September. I don't know, but it would seem practical whilst we still have some reasonable daylight in the evening, that it's nice to go out. Hopefully we have an Indian summer and they extend it, and it sort of gets us ready for that sort of the dark winter nights coming. But it is a good initiative, and it is very easy to operate. What you must do on the ground is you need to keep records. You need to keep the total number of people who've used the scheme in your establishment, the total value of transactions on the scheme, and the total amount of discounts you have given. If you don't keep the records that are required, you may not be able to claim the money back.
Okay, that was what I was going to ask. How do they keep those records? Yeah.
Yes. They keep just normal. I mean, whether that's manual or on computer, whatever. Doesn't say, I mean, I'm just looking at the HMRC website here. It says what you must keep. total number of people who've used the scheme, total value of transactions, total amount of discounts you've given. So that could be done on a manual basis, could be done computerized, depends what the business is doing, because not all businesses operate on a computerized basis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the smaller businesses, they do that manually, don't they? So as long as they keep those records, submit them, that's fine.
That is fine, yes, and that will be sufficient for any audit that might be undertaken.
And that payment, as you said earlier, I think just at the beginning, the payment is coming quite quickly, isn't it?
Well, yes, that's a flavour of everything the government has put in place, whether it's the job retention scheme or this scheme. They seem to have got their computer systems in place very quickly. We normally criticise HMRC for failure to implement things properly, but in this regard, HMRC have been fantastic. They've really stepped up to it, and within 5 days of making a claim to be paid out.
That's fantastic, because cash flow is very important, isn't it, to any business, but to some of those smaller ones as well. If they're giving away that 50%, they're going to have to want to get that back quite quickly.
Yeah, and realistically, by the way you get it back quickly, it's not impacting on anything like VAT cash flow, because it's going to close at the moment on the 31st of August. If your last sale under the scheme is the 31st of August, you make your claim, say, 1st of September, you've got your money back on the 6th of September or the 7th, and you don't have to pay that VAT if you're VAT registered, if your VAT period ends 31 of August, until the 31st of August, 30th September. You're not paying that until the 7th of October. So
that's good.
So, it's a win-win for the restaurateur.
Yeah, and the consumer. So let's make sure that we support the economy, support local businesses, and let's all go out. Monday to Wednesday, we shall all be eating out. I think soon the government will have to do some incentives about keeping fit, because we'll all be going out and eating. Well,
yes, certainly, obviously, the £50 voucher to repair cycles, get people back out cycling, etc. Yeah. Good idea. Close to us in Cambridge, we've had the first cycle roundabout that has been put in place, where cyclists have always got the right of way.
Well, things are definitely changing then. We're living in a healthier world day by day. Good. Yes. Well, that's really clear. Really great advice, Gerry. Nice and simple. I think that, let's hope that more, increased establishments take this up quickly. Let's register and let's help get, local economy back on its feet, and actually across the UK as well.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, Samantha.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Gerry. Right. Thank you.
Bye.